History of MS-DOS. MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System, was an operating system developed by Microsoft for IBM-compatible personal computers. Origins 1980 through 1981, Microsoft purchased 86-DOS, originally developed by Seattle Computer Products, and adapted it for IBM's personal computer. It was renamed MS-DOS-1 and released in 1981. Dominance 1980s through 1990s, MS-DOS became the dominant PC operating system throughout the 1980s, with multiple versions released to improve performance and hardware support. Decline 1990s through 2000s. With the rise of graphical interfaces like Windows 95, MS-DOS gradually became obsolete, but remained as a foundation for early Windows systems. End of MS-DOS 2000. Microsoft stopped developing MS-DOS as a standalone product after Windows ME 2000, which was the last Windows version with real DOS-based functionality. MS-DOS versions: MS-DOS 1, 1981, Basic File System and Command Line Interface. MS-DOS 2, 1983, introduced directories and hard disk support. MS-DOS 3X 1984 through 1987 improved networking and support for larger hard drives. 4 MS-DOS 4 1988 graphical shell shell.exe improved memory management. MS-DOS 5 1991 introduced edit.com, defrag, and memmaker. DOS 6X 1993 through 1994 added disk compression tools, double space and DRV space. MS-DOS 7, 1995, bundled with Windows 95, introduced long file names. MS-DOS 8 in the year 2000. Last version included with Windows ME, but limited functionality. Legal issues with MS-DOS. DRI versus Microsoft, CP/M versus MS-DOS. IBM initially considered CP/M by Digital Research Inc., but Microsoft provided MS-DOS instead. DRI later claimed MS-DOS was a CP/M clone, but no legal ruling was made. Stack Electronics lawsuit 1994, Microsoft was sued for incorporating Stack's disk compression technology without permission in MS-DOS 6X. Microsoft lost and had to pay damages. Antitrust issues. Microsoft was accused of anti-competitive practices by bundling MS-DOS with IBM-compatible PCs, limiting competition from other operating system vendors. Use of undocumented APIs, MS-DOS. Microsoft used undocumented APIs, functions not officially documented, to give Windows and Microsoft applications an advantage over competitors. Developers outside Microsoft lacked access to these APIs, making it harder to create software with the same level of system integration. Notable undocumented features: hidden DOS interrupt calls, int 21-hour functions, direct disk access routines not available in public documentation, fast file access techniques used by Windows. Windows Command Line Interface, MS-DOS. MS-DOS provided the Command Line Interface, CLI, allowing users to run commands like DRI, list files in a directory, copy files, DEL, delete files, format a disk. Even after MS-DOS was phased out, Windows retained a command prompt, cmd.exe, which supported many DOS-like commands. PowerShell later replaced CMD as the preferred CLI for advanced scripting. End of life for MS-DOS. MS-DOS as a standalone operating system ended in the year 2000 with MS-DOS 8, Windows ME. Microsoft stopped official support for MS-DOS-based systems in 2006. However, DOS-like functionality remained in Windows XP and later via cmd.exe and virtual machines. Legacy compatibility, MS-DOS. Despite being discontinued, MS-DOS is still accessible in several ways. 1. Command prompt, cmd.exe. Many DOS commands still work in Windows. 2. Virtual machines, DOSBox, FreeDOS. Emulate MS-DOS for running old software. 3. Batch scripting, .bat files. DOS-style automation scripts are still used. MS-DOS left a lasting legacy influencing Windows command line structure and boot processes.